What now? This is the next chapter in our book. What now? We've talked about the problem. We've talked about the long-term problems, the generational impact of suicide. We've discussed the Mighty Oaks story and how it really illustrates for us the process of redemption, falling down, allowing God by His grace and goodness and the help of other people to get us up and move us forward, but reaching back and bringing others with us. We looked concretely at the process for moving forward, understanding our identity and purpose, understanding the big goal of life to bring glory to our Creator, and realizing how we can do that with the help of others, talking it out, complete transparency. We discussed all of that in the last chapter, and I hope you took some time to write some of those questions and their answers down. Get specific. Generalizations don't help you here. Get very specific. This next chapter is entitled, What Now? This was an important chapter for me as I considered the content of this book. Probably the question I get asked the most often around this topic of suicide, and I think all of us who work in this area would say something similar. The question I get asked the most often is, how can I help those that I care about that are struggling in this area? Sometimes from pastors and church leaders, I get asked a similar question, how can we help those in our church? This chapter, What Now, speaks to three groups of people. The first group it speaks to are those who are struggling. Again, going back, what are the steps I can take right now in my life if I'm struggling with thoughts of suicide and self-harm? What are the steps that I can take to begin moving forward? We talk about that. That's the first group of folks we deal with or confront. If you're struggling right now, that's there for you. But there are two other groups of people that we outline in this chapter, this What Now chapter. The next group of people are those who have perhaps friends or family members that are struggling. It can be so overwhelming when you love someone you know is struggling, you don't know exactly what to do. We give a list in this chapter helping you to have, again, some concrete, some real steps that you can take to help those in your life who may be struggling. We want to make sure that you have some real steps forward and some things that you can do right now, some conversations that you can have. Those are outlined for you in this chapter. If you're struggling to help others, this is for you. And then for those who may be in the pastoral counseling world, those who are struggling in the ministry setting to help those in their church, I took an article that was written and summarized it for you here. These are not original thoughts to me, but they were incredible thoughts, and I wanted to make sure that everyone had them. These are powerful. If you are working in a ministry setting and you're trying to help folks in your church, such concrete, I like to use that word concrete because it's real, right? This isn't, hey, think about this. It's not flowery talk. These are things you can do right now with the folks in your church who are struggling with this issue. Please take some time to work through this. This resource would be incomplete if it didn't give you some actionable steps to take to help others. You may be struggling, and if you are, this is for you. If you're helping others who are struggling, this is for you as well. And you'll find those strategic directions in the chapter entitled, What Now?